Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ale.
And I'm Carla, and this is Booked and Buzzin'.
We are going to be diving into all things Quicksilver as we get closer to the premiere of Brimstone on November 18th.
That's right. Today we're going to be talking about the topic of 3 reasons why you should not read Quicksilver.
Number 1, you are not going to want to read Quicksilver if you don't enjoy spice.
Yeah.
There is just what we feel is pointless intimacy with zero buildup.
Yeah. So there's quite a few chapters of intimacy here. So
Yeah.
let's start with that. There's already too many for me.
Yes.
But above that, there's really not any payoff in it.
No.
You know, it goes from fuck you, Kingfisher, to like literally fucking Kingfisher. Like there's no, I don't know, there's nothing that starts building tension and starts making you feel like, oh, I want them to get together. It's just from one page to the next.
Yep. If I could do this spoiler free, I would say there is no emotional connection to the romance. There is no like you read the sexual tension and you're like, but from where?
Yeah, I would say that she tried to build an emotional connection between them. I just don't think she did a good job at it.
Yep.
I didn't feel that they resolved anything. I felt that they just transitioned, like literally from one day to the next, he was cursing her out, making fun of her, humiliating her, to let's have dinner. This is my house.
And sex.
Let's go to this village. Yeah. We had sex. Like it just
wasn't plotting.
I know from the beginning they were both showing signs of attraction to one another, but it was not something where it was like, I would have gotten it better if they had like hate sex and like still were like, I hate you through this. Like, but whatever. Like, it can be a thing. I would have been more okay with that. But what happened was they would have sex and she would feel and he would feel and they would feel together, and then the next page he would ignore her.
Yeah.
And it was just
or humiliate her.
And then the page after that they had sex. So it was just like, what is going on?
So you should not read this book if you aren't going to enjoy spice scenes with no point.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like this book could have been better without the spice scenes. If I'm being honest, that's just me. But number 2.
I guess that brings us to number 2.
I think this book is a perfect example of a terrible mates trope.
Yeah.
I think I'm like, first of all, it was so obvious, which is fine. Like, I'm sure, like.
To be fair, it's pretty hard to go into a book that has the mates trope and not see it coming.
Exactly.
There's some pretty clear signs.
Especially if you're a very avid romantasy readers like us. Like, we know the elements. We're like,
Yeah.
So, like, fine. Because we read these kind of books pretty often, it was pretty obvious. But also, the way that the mateship, if you can call it that, developed, subpar.
Yeah.
It was not good. It was not a good match in any way.
Yeah, I think it was just, it was her take on a mate situation. Yeah. But I feel like, for example, part of the mate, are we doing spoilers?
No.
Okay. I just feel like there were parts of this mate bond that were different from what we've seen before, but they just never really mattered.
Did much, yeah.
Like, there was a pretty substantial moment where she finds out something that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, hey, I just found out what this means. And he's like, yeah.
Oh, who told you?
What? That's it? We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to dive into the logistics of it.
She just lets him.
And they're also like the only two in this world.
Yeah.
That like, I don't know. To me, it was just not.
The mate trope flopped.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
This would be an example of the mate trope being done wrong, in my opinion.
Yep. The third reason why you should not read this book is if you really love character building and you love getting to know a character and whatnot. Like, sure, this is book 1, but the amount of character inconsistencies was, or lack of buildup, was
Yeah.
just, and no spoiler, but the female main character does a 180
Completely.
within like the first
Yeah. She starts off
10, 15 chapters.
completely different than where she ends. I mean,
Yeah. Like
night and day.
completely
Night
different.
and day.
Like it was like how did it like, and I remember reading it and being like, this is not the girl that I met like on chapter 1 to 5.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I was like, what the hell
It's
happened to her?
almost like when she steps into this world of fantasy creatures, she becomes a different person.
Yeah, literally like
Loses her personality entirely.
So huge issue with character inconsistencies.
And I would say that for Kingfisher as well, because he's portrayed in the
Whiplash
beginning
as like this martyr.
He's portrayed as a ginormous asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant like with his warriors. Okay.
But yeah, so he's portrayed as like, and you're told by so many different characters like, oh, you don't know what he's been through, you don't know why, like he's so like amazing. This, which like doesn't really even make sense because you guys have like, you just saw him. Like, he's been gone this whole time. He's back now. Like, how would you know what he's been through?
Exactly.
And how would you know like what he needs to heal? He just got back.
Yep.
But then
we don't know from what.
Fast forward like a few chapters later,
yeah,
he's already acting like kind. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the characters in this book gave me whiplash. I definitely don't think if you're gonna enjoy it if you really fall in love with characters. Like, there's really no one that I fell in love with here. But aside from that, even the side characters were so wishy-washy. Like,
I don't know. I liked Carrion. I liked Lorith.
Okay, but I'm thinking more like Renfus, Everline.
I didn't mind Renfus. Everline was irrelevant to me.
I just feel like there was a lot of fluff with them.
I would agree with that.
And the character bonding that
I think she didn't flesh out the side characters as much as she could have.
No, at all.
I think that there are some characters that she gave a little more to than others, which I don't know if she's going to explore any of that in the second book. But I think that part of a really great book or series is falling in love with not the main character.
Yeah.
You know, loving the side character, being like, this one's my favorite.
Agreed.
And it was hard to have that here. Everybody kind of just seemed
who
to like meet an ends meet. What?
Rebecca Jarrow said that.
Actually, I would disagree with you.
I know you would.
I would. I'm not even like, I wouldn't even put Riddick in that bucket. It took me a while. I found him like just decent the first 2 books.
Liam?
I liked Liam, but he was there for like only a book.
Heartless. Just kidding. But anyways, I was just baiting you.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Quicksilver. So, in conclusion, you are not going to like this book. Do not read this book. If you don't like pointless intimacy, zero buildup, the main trope, if you love the main trope, you're not going to like this book. And if you really enjoy falling in love with characters,
this may not be the book for you.
Not be it. So,
if you've read it and there's any points that you think we're missing that just make this book a no, leave it in the comments because we were really racking our brain trying to think of like, what are the biggest things that make this book
a no-go,
a turn off? Yeah,
exactly. Which, honestly, if this wouldn't have been a series, I would not reread this. So.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I wouldn't have reread it regardless of the fact that it's a series, but we reread it for you guys.
Well, yes. But what I mean is like this kind of book is not my vibe.
I liked the book. I just... I
it's
think
such a
that there are difficulties in the book. I'm excited for the next one. I'm hoping she fixes whatever inconsistencies.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how she would fix the shitty mate bond, and
there's no way to fix it.
No.
It's done.
I guess we'll see. We'll see what the next book brings. We're going to read it anyways. We're going to review it. We're going to talk about it.
So Leave us comments if you agree or disagree. We find fun in both. Stay tuned as we continue to dive into all things Quicksilver as we wait for Brimstone. Bye.
Bye.